In the solemn atmosphere of a royal funeral, one wouldn't expect note-taking to be part of the proceedings. Yet, amid the grief and regal pageantry of Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, a rather unusual claim surfaced. Robert Hardman, a seasoned royal biographer known for his deep connections within the palace walls, suggested that Prince Harry was effectively taking notes during the sombre event. Robert Hardman, with years of experience chronicling the lives of the royals, has often been seen as a conduit for the perspectives of those within Buckingham Palace. His assertion about Prince Harry carries weight, not just for its immediacy, but for the implications it holds about Harry's future intentions. This claim posits Harry not just as a mourner, but as a man gathering fodder, perhaps for another revealing memoir. In the context of Prince Harry's notably strained relationships with other royal family members, this act of note-taking, if it occurred, might be seen as another layer of complexity in an already fraught family dynamic. But what could Harry possibly be noting down amidst such grief and formality? Let's delve deeper. When royal stories collide, the truth often hangs in the balance. The royal family, a centuries-old institution, is no stranger to conflicting narratives. The tale of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in particular has been subject to varying interpretations, especially regarding their decision to name their daughter Lilibet, a name intimately associated with Queen Elizabeth II. Robert Hardman, a royal biographer, found himself in the centre of these diverging narratives. Tasked with promoting his book Charles III, New King, New Court, The Inside Story, Hardman had sources from Charles's camp that painted a picture of the Queen being incandescent with rage over the naming of Harry and Meghan's daughter. However, when this narrative didn't land as expected and was met with backlash, Hardman had to retract his statements, a move that highlighted the precarious nature of royal reporting. The media portrayal of royal affairs is a complex process, influenced by a myriad of factors, including the personal biases of reporters, the agendas of their sources, and the public's appetite for certain narratives. These portrayals play a crucial role in shaping public perception, presenting the public with a version of the truth that may not always align with reality. Take, for instance, Hardman's portrayal of Prince William. While aiming to bring him down a few pegs, Hardman ended up making William sound like an illiterate moron and an atheist, a depiction that was far from the truth. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the power wielded by biographers and the media in moulding perceptions about the royal family. Yet, amidst these clashing narratives, one question remains. Where does the line between respect for the royal family's privacy and the public's right to know lie? As we delve deeper into the world of royal reporting and its intricacies, we are left grappling with the delicate balance between respect and sensationalism, a line that is often blurred in the pursuit of a captivating story. As narratives clash, the line between respect and sensationalism blurs. Writing about royalty is no simple task, especially when loyalties and biases seep into the narrative. Royal biographers like Robert Hardman navigate a delicate dance. On one hand, they maintain close ties with their royal sources. On the other, they grapple with the responsibility of journalistic integrity. It's a delicate balance, a waltz between the need for access and the demand for truth. The implications of this dance are far-reaching. Biographies often veer towards controversies, the titillating tales of royal life that tantalize readers. The substance of royal duties, personal achievements, and the human stories behind the crowns, however, often get lost in the shuffle. Why is this? One might speculate that the pressures of sales and public interest play a role. The public appetite for scandal is insatiable, and biographers might feel compelled to feed it. There's also the question of royal approval. Biographers may face pressures, subtle or overt, to present the royals in a certain light. There are motivations too. A royal biographer, after all, is still a writer. The temptation to make a splash, to ruffle feathers, to reveal secrets can be powerful, but at what cost? What line separates revelation from exploitation, truth from sensationalism? Every biographer's pen is swayed by unseen hands. What then can we trust as the royal truth? This is the biographer's dilemma. The tale of a royal life is often as much about the teller as it is about the subject. From the heart of the royal storm, Prince Harry pens his own truths. Amidst the solemnity and the pageantry of royal events, there lies a narrative less spoken of, but profoundly impactful. Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, has already stirred the royal waters, and whispers of a second memoir are stirring them further. With enough tumult in the past 2 years to fill volumes, Harry's potential new work, humorously speculated to be titled "And Another Thing," promises deeper insights and more royal revelations. In Spare, Harry gives us a candid look at his life, coloured with the hues of neglect and familial strife. These themes are not just mere words on a page. They resonate with the pain of a young prince growing under the harsh spotlight and colder shadows of royal expectations. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Harry felt compelled to add a chapter to his narrative, turning the page to expose yet another layer of royal reality. This edition was not merely an epilogue, but a crucial continuation of his ongoing story. The public and familial reactions to Harry's revelations have been polarised. While many commend his courage in revealing the painful truths of his experiences, others view his disclosures as breaches of royal decorum and familial loyalty. These revelations, especially of being neglected after his mother's death and being assaulted by his brother, have not only challenged the royal narrative, but have also sparked debates on the very essence of royalty and its place in modern society. In revealing his scars, Harry challenges the royal narrative, but at what cost? Each word he writes casts long shadows over the gilded halls of Buckingham Palace, questioning the balance between public image and personal truth. As Harry continues to write his story, the world watches, pondering the complexities of a life less ordinary, woven into the very fabric of a family that is anything but typical. Transparency comes with a price, especially in an institution shrouded in tradition and secrecy. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle chose to share their experiences within the royal family, they did so knowing full well the potential fallout. Their candid revelations, particularly in interviews and their own personal writings, have not only reshaped their personal relationships with other royals, but have also cast a new light on their public personas. The impact of their disclosures extends beyond their immediate circle. It has prompted a broader public discussion about the relevance and role of the monarchy in modern society. Questions about transparency, privacy, and the very nature of royal duties have surged to the forefront, challenging long-held perceptions and traditions. This shift has not been smooth and has ignited debates on various platforms, from media to dinner tables across the Commonwealth. Looking ahead, the continued revelations by Harry and Meghan might set a new precedent for how royal family members relate to the public and to each other. Will this lead to a more open and modern monarchy, or will it result in a deeper entrenchment of traditional values? The answers to these questions are still unfolding. As the dust settles, will transparency lead to transformation or deepen the divides? In the grand tapestry of royal life, every thread tells a story, every silence speaks volumes. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of royal relationships, dissecting the complex interplay between truth and distortion. We've seen how the narratives spun by royal biographers can clash with the personal experiences of the royals themselves, and how this clash can lead to even more confusion and controversy. We've delved into the dilemma of biographer Robert Hardman, who, in his quest to portray a certain image of the royals, ended up stepping on more than a few toes. We've explored Harry's counter-narrative, one that dared to challenge the established royal narrative and shatter the silence that the royal family has so meticulously maintained. We've also examined the cost of transparency, the toll it takes on the royals who dare to break the unwritten rules, to let the world in on the very important secrets of royal life. From being neglected after a mother's death to enduring the wrath of a sibling, these are the realities that Harry chose to reveal, the truths that he believed the world needed to know. But the question remains, what does this mean for the future of the royal family? In an era where the public is increasingly demanding transparency, can the royals continue to weave their narrative in silence and shadow? Will they adapt, opening up more about their personal lives and struggles? Or will they resist change, clinging on to the traditions of old? Perhaps they will find a middle ground, a way to satisfy the public's curiosity without sacrificing their personal privacy. Or maybe they will choose to stick to their guns, to keep their secrets and maintain the mystique that has always surrounded the royals. Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: the royal narrative is far from over. There are still countless stories to be told, countless threads to be woven into the grand tapestry of royal life. In the royal narrative, what we see is often just the surface. The deeper truths are woven in silence and shadow. As we close today's exploration into the intricate world of royal relationships and media portrayals, let's reflect on what we've uncovered. We delved into the charged atmosphere surrounding Prince Harry at the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II, a moment that was as much about personal grief as it was public spectacle. We examined the contrasting narratives presented by the media and those personally involved, highlighting the complexity of royal life under intense public scrutiny. We also considered the role of biographers like Robert Hardman, who navigate the tricky waters between authorised sources and the truth. And of course, we discussed Prince Harry's own narrative, which challenges the traditional silence of royal figures, advocating for a more transparent discussion of their personal and public challenges. I encourage you all to think critically about these narratives. Look beyond the sensational headlines and seek a deeper understanding of the human stories behind the royal facade. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Show some love by subscribing and sharing the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Kelly.